I'm Vitala here, legal and management consultant from Bangalore. This is the second series of my talk on enhancement of professional competency. I'm making this small talk to you on this topic today on enhancement of professional competency, particularly for HR professionals. As all you are aware, HR persons were all engaged facing so many challenges. For instance, right from talent acquisition, training and development, and managing productivity, and other areas of the entire thing. We need to interact and talk to various people, being HR, particularly with respect to change management. As you know, the change management requires a lot of convincing and listening competency. Secondly, in the areas of grievance management and discipline management, again, it is highly essential where lot of convincing art and changing the behavior and attitude of people are involved here. Next, we need to enhance the employee relations in the organization. As you know, employee relations is extremely important from various points of view towards business growth and development. If there is no employee relations or proper employee relations, we will have umpteen number of problems everywhere, and it is very difficult, and it will end in what you call industrial unrest. The trade unions will launch their agitations, and they will pose a lot of issues. So this becomes a very important issue involved. See, for all these activities of art of convincing, art of listening, and art of handling people and development of employee relations is an utmost important thing. It requires a lot of our what you call our personal growth. In the sense, what's our personal qualities or personal behaviors is very important, because in the population we need to be respected by all the people in terms of our recognition of our good qualities. If anybody appreciates that so and so is having very good leadership qualities in him, then people will just listen to everybody. So, this kind of art of leadership is exactly what is required for for anybody is required. For more particularly now, I am emphasizing on to HR for is absolutely essential, because we face a lot of issues in the shop floor, and if people wants to listen to us patiently, and if they really understand the issues and problem analysis and agree with your sessions, or you listen to them and then you agree with their sessions, this requires lot of mutual trust and confidence. This is exactly what is required. If there is no such kind of a trust, there is no leadership. If there is no leadership, then obviously the HR cannot function in the professional way. That becomes very difficult, particularly in the matter of industrial relations. When you want to deal with the trade union, the trade union must appreciate your personality. Your personality. They should respect your personality, That's exactly what is required. So we need to enhance our own personality as the first step of competency building. First step of this. So here, in the case of personality enhancement, apart from our hard skills, it means that the knowing the topics, the subjects, that's a different issue at all. But the soft skills, what we possess, that is exactly what is required for success of any HR professional. This is exactly what is required. So, in this direction, I would like to give a brief talk on our own personality enhancement as a step number one. This is very important. If we enhance our personality to be respected by all or to be listened by all as the leader in the entire setup, then that is the accomplishment for an HR person. This we need to practice it. Development of leadership qualities is our own in the sense that nobody is going to tell us that you have to possess leadership quality. Nobody is going to tell us, but we have to do on our own. We have to create our own mindset to develop ourselves to become an effective HR person. It is only our state of mind. If you do not want to do, yes, that's fine. But you will not be enhancing your competency at all. You will be listening to somebody else and you will pass on the buck to someone else and this thing will go on. That is not exactly what is required. In any organization, you have to, everybody should identify yourself, identify the HR as one of the main important person, a bridge between the employees and the business. That is very much important. We play a role between business and employee relations, which is very, very critical and order of the day. From this point of view, friends, let's enhance our own personality, look into ourselves. For instance, one of the important qualities of where we need to assess ourselves is the self-awareness. It means that have we assessed our own personality standing in front of a mirror at any point of time? Have we looked at ourselves? Where do we stand today? I don't think many of us have done it. But today, I think, friends, it's necessary that we have to look at ourselves. Self awareness, that's the first quality. Self awareness means what do my temperaments are? What do my positive qualities I have? What are the negative qualities I have? What is my temperament line? Do I have a lot of patience or do I don't have patience? Am I honest or I am not honest? I am self-disciplined or I am not self-disciplined? Like this, we have to assess ourselves on the self-awareness. If we look at all these things on our own, well, at least 4 or 5 parameters of our self-awareness, like what I told you just now, and if we feel that we lack in certain things, then it is time for us to bridge the gap and correct ourselves and then move forward. Let us say, for instance, I don't have a good listening skill. I don't have patience to listen. It becomes that your negative character. Then try to practice it that you become a good listener. Particularly listening with patience is extremely important in attracting people. Because if the people know that a person is there who listens to their problem, who listens to their issues or his concerns, and that is exactly what I am talking to you. It is not difficult. So this is the example I give you. Let us say, for instance, your temperament is varying in the sense that you are suddenly an impatient person. Impatient person. That's a very bad character. If there is no patience, if a person is short tempered, I am sure you will agree with me, nobody will come to you to talk to. Then you will not be able to do anything. Hence, for instance, what you have to do is that you have to practice how to eradicate myself from the level of impatience to become more patience with lot of patience. That's exactly what is required. So it's not difficult to practice it. Self discipline. Are we in a position? Are we self discipline in all respects? For instance, prompt on the work, promptly coming to work, and then promptly attend to work, and then everybody should appreciate that. Oh, look at this! This person is highly disciplined in terms of everything. So, are we doing? Are we have this? We have to look at ourselves. So, these are self-awareness issues where we need to practice one by one. This is very, very much essential because this is absolutely required for one of the leadership qualities. Take for instance now, how do you manage the emotions? In the sense that, for instance, a person is highly emotional, or a group of workers are emotional, or the trade union leaders are highly emotional, then how do you handle the situation is another art which you have to practice it. Because we have to control our own emotions when the opposite party is highly emotional. Because when the opposite party is emotional, if you don't control your emotions and you also become emotional, you can obviously know what is going to be the result. It is going to be a major disaster because both of you are losing emotions. So, for this purpose, you have to control yourselves on the emotions. Number one. Now, many times we also tend to not to become emotional on any issue. We should not become emotional. For address any issue, passive approach, but with a firmness, but not emotions. Suppose a worker is not performing a job or he is not giving the output properly, then there is no point in we getting emotional and then lose our patience and shout on him. It's not possible. It's not correct because you will not be able to achieve it. So you have to control your emotions. How do we do it? This is an art which one can practice it. It's not difficult. It is not difficult. You have to just practice it. That's all. So you handle emotions in a proper way. Proper way. That's exactly what is required to be done. Particularly, friends, when you have, for instance, when you have group a trade union which is very aggressive, or a set of workers they are highly aggressive, they come with an emotional spirit or emotional voice. They come. It is for you to handle the situation and how control their emotions with your own motive, with your own strengths. In the sense that, suppose the opposite party emotional, you have to learn the tricks of reducing their emotions. And then talk to them coolly, calmly, and tell them, yes, I am here to listen to you. I am here to listen to you. There is no point in you become emotional. Sit quiet for some time. Be calm. I will talk to you. Like that, if you start handling it, then people will listen and then you have to manage it. So, emotion management is extremely, extremely important for any HR person. So, one has to manage the emotions. So, this is exactly what is required to manage the emotions of anybody. It may be your boss, it may be your superior, it may be your subordinate, it can be anybody. You have to manage the emotions, self emotions as well as the emotions of others. You have to manage it. That's one of the most important qualities of a person. That's why this is one of the point of arts of enhancement of personality. This is one of the important issue where I don't think it's difficult. Please practice it, then you will become a good HR person. Next is that, see, many times, whenever we do a job, let us say, for instance, somebody do not appreciate the job. You should not lose your, what you call, motivations. You have to self motivate yourself. Yes, I had done the job. Doesn't matter, nobody appreciates or not. Tomorrow I will do a much better job, or I will do this job in a more improvised manner, or in a continual improvement trend. So you have to have what is called a motivation oneself. In the sense, you have to motivate yourself because if you expect somebody to come and motivate, then what happens? your productivity will be not good. Your productivity will be less. At any point of time, you should not lose your self motivation to do anything. Anything. We have to practice that. So this is very, very much important, friends. So this is not a difficult thing to practice. Let's do it. The other thing is, many times what happens is that uh, we face a lot of issues and problems of maybe individual worker, or maybe group of workers, or even a, a person with difficulties, person with tension, stress, whatever it is, they come to you, and that's our job to help them, talk to them, and assist them in all respects to enhance our employee relations. So here what happens is that we have to develop the character, most important character of empathy. That is important. It is not sympathy. It is empathy. It means that we step into the shoes of the person and then imagine yourself what is the problem when somebody is paying. Then what happens? You will be able to realize the stress behind it or the problems behind it. Then you will be able to assist the issue without any difficulties. So here we should not, what we hear is that there should not be any ego. Ego is very dangerous for development of personality. It is against it. So here we should never express our egoness. We should never, we have to be passive enough. We have to be humble in nature. Humble in nature. At the same time, put into the shoes of the other person as if you are in. Then imagine and the problems and issues when somebody is facing, then it becomes very easy for you to handle the issue. Because this is extremely very helpful in the area of change management, in the area of grievance management, in the area of discipline management. Particularly in the area of discipline management, we come across a lot of issues like, you see, particularly a person do not give the productivity to the extent, and then he expresses some more issues, some more problems, whatever it is issues, and the trade union comes there with an emotional issue. Now just imagine, you step into their shoes and imagine yourself how far they are right or how far they are wrong. If you're able to appreciate it, then you'll be able to solve the problem without any difficulties. Particularly very effective in the area of change management. Change management, you know that there is fear of unknown or insecurity feeling or feel a feeling of what you call um, financial losses, whatever the reason. That is the that's the reasons for resistance for change management. Here we play a great role in convincing the workers and the trade union in accepting the change management implemented. For that purpose, we have to assume yourself you are in their position, forecast, and then do that. Then it will be helpful and useful. This is exactly what is required. The uh, empathy, empathy is absolutely required. This is one of the important aspects of personality enhancement. Now, one has to have a social skill in the sense that I should be able to move with anybody. I should be able to form a good group of people. I move with everybody. You see, here what happens when you have developed this kind of a interactive movement, social ability with everyone, then you will get, you will enhance the employee relations like anything, because you engage them in various discussions, various talks, informal talks, group discussions, social skills, friendship. When friendship develop, you develop and you thicken your employee relations. All these things will happen. So one has to have a what you call a skill of sociality. I'm sure every one of us have, but I think here we need to enhance it. Here also, dear friends, here what is required, here also we should never stand on ego. We should never stand on ego. We have to be humble in nature, and We have to express that we are with everybody. We try to understand the problem of everybody. We are here to solve the issues and solve the problem of everybody, because we are a bridge between the business and the employees. That's our primary role. Friend, this is only one step of professional competency. Professional competency, still more areas are there, which I will talk further. But here, this is step number one. I thought I should talk to you on this, because once a person, HR head, develops, enhances his own personality on these areas, then he will be listened to, and he will be respected, and you will be appreciated by not only workers and your subordinates and colleagues, but even the top management. Because top management will repose lot of confidence on you and trust on you, and they might delegate lot of authority and powers to you, because they feel that yes, you are a person with high personality, you are a person with lot of uh, qualities of a leader. Then what happens? They may give you a lot of delegations, authorities, and they will allow you to handle it. Once you have this authority, I think you have succeeded in getting in the professional competency. So here, as I said already in the beginning, is purely your own mindset. It means that I have to determine myself today. I have to take the step number this one to enhance my personality. So friends, what I suggest is this: on a calm day, on a quiet day at your own house, calmly sit alone and make a note of what are my weak and hard points on these areas. That is, I told you already, self awareness, what is my personality, and secondly, managing emotions, how far I am capable of managing emotions, the characteristics, and motivating myself, and empathy, how do I have this, and social skills, all these things. So, what you need to do is that just on a free day, sit yourself calmly and note down all these points, and note down, frankly, you should do it. There should not be any kind of what you call hesitation in doing it. One should be frank enough to assess myself. One should be assess one himself. Then, if you find there are any gaps into this, then you can always determine to improve yourself or reduce the gap. This is extremely important. So, gentlemen, I think with this, I end my talk today, and I hope you will appreciate my presentation today, what I have done. To the best of my knowledge, I have presented to you. Now, please try to practice it. And again, I emphasize, again, I repeat that HR must develop an excellent leadership qualities. That's exactly what is required. So please do and practice on your own, I think, right from day one. Okay? Then I will come back to you in the next series. The other various competencies, what is required for enhancing professional competency in the area of HR. I will start with the talent acquisition. Then I will talk to you on the training and development areas. I'll talk to you on the what you call the assessment, performance assessment. Then I will talk to you on the grievance management and the other areas, industrializations. How do we enhance the competencies? That's number one. And also, we need to enhance our competencies in the area of digitalization, what is upcoming. Now, here, this is a very important topic. Let's spend some time later. Okay. So, thank you all. All the best to you. Good.